a very talented fighter, but he just win one big fight. If you see his record, he just beat one.
Both of us, I believe.
Any doubt in your mind that you beat him?
Of course I beat him. It ain't no doubt in my mind that I won't beat anybody that I step in the ring.
The highly anticipated showdown between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez is edging closer to reality. Undisputed super middleweight champion, Canelo has intensified the buzz surrounding the fight, while Crawford has responded directly, fueling excitement among fans eager to see these two boxing greats collide in the ring.
Good fighter, like Errol Spence is, but other than that, I don't think he's beating other great fighter like Spence. He did a really good job with the Spence. He did like almost look very easy.
After months of negotiations, the highly anticipated fight between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez is shaping up to be one of the most thrilling matchups in recent boxing history. Crawford, a four-division world champion, is set to take on the challenge of conquering the 168-pound division against one of the sport's top pound-for-pound fighters. The rivalry between these two undisputed champions is already heating up, with Crawford launching a war of words aimed at Mexican superstar Canelo.
It won't be like any other fight that he's fought recently, and it'd be a well-fought fight for both of us, I believe.
Fans are eagerly awaiting this historic clash, which promises to deliver high-stakes action and solidify the legacy of its victor. Canelo Alvarez, one of boxing's brightest stars and the undisputed super middleweight champion, has ignited a fiery debate in the boxing world with recent comments about Terence Crawford. During an interview published on journalist D.I. Boxing Man's X account, Canelo made it clear that while he respects Crawford's talent, he doesn't believe Crawford's head-to-head record is strong enough to solidify him as a true champion. Look, I respect Terence.
Asking you about Terence yet?
No, look, I always say,
Crawford. He's very talented, Canelo said, but he's only won one big fight. If you look at his record, he's only beaten one good fighter, Errol Spence. Other than that, he hasn't beaten other great fighters. The Mexican superstar's words were pointed and deliberate, casting doubt on Crawford's overall standing in boxing's elite ranks. Crawford, known for his dominance across four weight classes and his sharp tongue outside the ring.
A small fighter like Charlo, he's big, which he is big, and everybody's talking about if I'm gonna face Crawford.
Wasted no time firing back. Using his own X account, the American champion delivered a scathing response. "I've always had the pleasure of making a fighter who is someone end up looking like a nobody," Crawford wrote, clearly aiming to elevate the stakes of their potential showdown. With this message, Crawford not only addressed Canelo's remarks, but also fueled the tension surrounding their anticipated fight. The exchange between these two titans of the sport has set the stage for what promises to be an explosive confrontation, both in and out of the ring. Canelo's criticism of Crawford's record stems from his belief that Crawford's resume lacks depth outside of his recent win against Errol Spence Jr. It's worth noting that Crawford's victory over Spence was historic, as he became the first male fighter to unify all four major belts in two weight divisions. However, Canelo's remarks hint at a broader critique.
Fighter 147, who is smaller than Charlo. So no make sense when you guys say that.
That Crawford hasn't faced a roster of elite fighters comparable to those Canelo has defeated during his illustrious career. Canelo's resume boasts victories over some of the biggest names in boxing, including Gennady Golovkin, Sergey Kovalev, and Caleb Plant. The Mexican champion has consistently tested himself against the best, moving through weight classes and conquering challenges that have solidified his status as one of the sport's pound-for-pound kings. For Canelo, this breadth of competition is what defines greatness, and he appears to believe that Crawford has yet to meet that standard. Crawford, however, has a different perspective. While he may not have faced the same quantity of marquee opponents, his dominance in each fight...
Well, I wouldn't count Crawford out in any fight, because Crawford has a unique talent. He's a great boxer.
Has been unquestionable. His technical brilliance and adaptability have made him a force to be reckoned with in the ring, and his dismantling of Spence was a masterclass that left no doubt about his abilities. Crawford's sharp response to Canelo's comments reflects his confidence and determination to prove himself against any challenger, including the undisputed super middleweight champion. A fight between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez would be nothing short of historic. Both fighters are undisputed champions in their respective divisions, a rarity in the sport's history. Crawford, who has conquered 4 weight classes, would be taking on the challenge of moving up to the 168-pound division to face one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. The stakes couldn't be higher, as the winner of this clash would solidify their legacy as one of the all-time greats. The rivalry between Crawford and Canelo has already begun to take shape, with their recent exchange of words adding fuel to the fire. For Crawford, this fight represents an opportunity to silence critics and prove that he belongs among boxing's elite. For Canelo, it's a chance to reaffirm his dominance and defend his position as the sport's biggest star. The tension between these two fighters is palpable, and their confrontation promises to captivate fans around the globe. The drama surrounding this potential fight extends beyond the ring. Canelo's comments have sparked debates among fans and analysts about what defines greatness in boxing. Is it the number of elite opponents a fighter has faced, or is it the level of dominance they've displayed in their performances? This question lies at the heart of the rivalry between Crawford and Canelo, as both fighters represent different paths to greatness. Crawford's response to Canelo's remarks highlights his disdain for being underestimated. The American champion has faced criticism before and has consistently silenced doubters with his performances. His ability to adapt and dominate opponents has made him one of the most versatile fighters in the sport. However, Canelo's comments reflect a broader skepticism about whether Crawford's resume truly matches his skill level. Meanwhile, Canelo's own journey has not been without controversy. Critics have questioned some of his past decisions, including his choice of opponents and his move to fight in higher weight classes. Despite these criticisms, Canelo has continued to prove himself against top competition, solidifying his legacy as one of boxing's all-time greats. His remarks about Crawford reflect his confidence and his belief that he has faced tougher challenges than the American champion. As the anticipation for a Crawford versus Canelo showdown grows, the boxing world is buzzing with excitement. Both fighters have expressed interest in making the fight happen, and negotiations are reportedly underway. If this fight becomes a reality, it would be a historic moment for the sport, bringing together two undisputed champions in a clash of titans. For Crawford, the fight would be an opportunity to prove that his dominance extends beyond the welterweight division. Moving up to 168 pounds to face Canelo would be a significant challenge, but it's one that Crawford seems eager to embrace. For Canelo, the fight would be a chance to add another chapter to his storied career, showcasing his ability to take on and defeat the best fighters in the world. The build-up to this potential fight promises to be as intense as the fight itself, with both fighters exchanging verbal jabs and fans debating their merits. The stage is set for a showdown that could define this era of boxing. Whether it's Crawford's technical brilliance or Canelo's power and resilience, one thing is certain: this fight would be a spectacle for the ages. In the end, the rivalry between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez is more than just a clash of champions. It's a battle of legacies, a test of greatness, and a fight that will leave an indelible mark on the sport. As fans eagerly await confirmation of this historic bout, the excitement continues to build, setting the stage for a showdown that could go down in boxing history.